Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your WWE Fastlane 2016 live reactions. We are currently watching Kalisto and Alberto Del Rio. The referee is holding up the U.S. Championship right now, and the match is about to be underway.
Yo, what's going on, guys? John, aka Vocal Aggression, here alongside my cohort and commentary, Ashton. This is Fastlane Live Reactions, and as Ashton said, U.S. Championship match in progress. Del Rio aggressive early, almost taking the mask off of Kalisto there. Wow.
He's almost
No.
taken the mask off of Kalisto at least twice in the past, too. He's really aggressive about that.
Yeah, he usually is aggressive with masked opponents. I know he was the same with Ray. So like that, very disrespectful towards the masked aspect of the Lucha Libre culture.
Which is hilarious because he used to be masked.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Back when he was Dos Caras Jr.
Yes. And already Kalisto seemed like he was favoring the arm a little bit, and Del Rio wasted no time going after that arm. You just saw a nice kick there. And again going to that mask. God's sakes. Just took a piece of the mask off and he tossed it into the crowd.
Yeah, what's up with that? Wow, that's really mean.
I'm really hoping Kalisto retains here. I mean, you guys heard all of our thoughts on preview predictions. I want to see Kalisto have his run, so he's got to beat Del Rio twice to do it, and now he's coming back with the kicks here.
Oh, but Del Rio... Oh, wow, Kalisto right into the ring post.
You know, you really can't even say how the psychology and the booking of a 2 out of 3 falls match would go, because if I had to guess, I mean, you have the heel win the first fall, you know, get in the babyface's head, get that momentum, and then the babyface has to rally back 2 straight, which is
and
kind
then,
of
believe it or not, John, that's the exact prediction that I had on Puitoff.
Yeah, and see, I was pretty much the same, because even though I didn't specify that Del Rio would win the first fall, I mean, it was pretty much the only option left, because I said Kalisto was going to win the second and third fall. So,
yeah.
And oh, wait, Kalisto! Oh, I thought it was going to just a
crossbody.
But it was beautiful nonetheless. I didn't know if he was going to do like a spinning corkscrew kind of thing there.
I wonder what part of Kalisto's mask Del Rio ripped off. I think it might have been like the little tail thing that he has on the back of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was getting ready to even say, yeah, it was the tail-esque part. And now, oh, wow. Man. And kick, I think that was to like the small of the back. I didn't know if it was to the arm of the back of the head, but it was the small of the back.
It might have been intended there, but he completely whiffed and it looked horrible.
Now he's got Kalisto by the mask, and now, well, that's mocking more the yes chant, I think, than the whole Lucha thing, because you need kind of 2 arms to do Lucha, but I digress. And now, Kalisto here, playing that underdog roll to a T, really struggling, he's going to have to scratch and claw.
So, we both agree that Del Rio is probably going to get the first fall. How do you think he's going to come about getting that?
I think pinfall.
I agree, yeah.
Probably with that double stomp, if I had to guess, but maybe Del Rio.
Although I will say, how smart would it be if Del Rio did lock in the cross arm breaker, Kalisto tapped out immediately to preserve himself?
That's true, and that very well could happen. You know, an outcome I think, too, that would be hilarious. I know we haven't really bothered to consider. I don't think anybody really has. I would love to see Kalisto win 2 falls straight, just to really shut everybody up that his wins were a fluke, because he's the one that has the burden of proof.
Yeah.
You know, not Del Rio. So, if he were to beat Del Rio 2 straight, I think that'd be like, okay, can we all shut up now that it was a fluke? I'm clearly better than this bitch bag.
How does Kalisto have the burden of proof when he's already beaten Del Rio in 5 of 6 matches?
And see, I agree with you, but I'm just saying, in terms of general commentary, in terms of general opinion, kayfabe-wise, because you got heel Lar being like it's a fluke, and yeah, the babyfaces say that it wasn't, but you've got Del Rio saying it was a fluke. So, I mean, you know, you got the really loud...
Oh, into the ring post.
Nicely done. Now get the cradle on the inside and get your first 3 count.
Yeah, dude, I think the only time I've ever seen a 2 out of 3 falls match where one person won in 2 falls and they didn't have to go to a third fall was Sami Zayn and Leo Kruger in Kruger's last match as Leo Kruger.
Yeah. It's not very often you get a person winning 2 falls straight in a 2 out of 3 falls match. I can only remember 2 instances of that happening.
Oh, there was another instance? What was the other one?
Well, the other instance was really far back. That was Benoit and MVP Judgment Day for the U.S. Championship when they had their program. That was when MVP finally captured the U.S. title and went on his run. And because Benoit had beaten him at both WrestleMania 23 and Backlash that year, I think that's the rub they decided to give MVP by having him go over 2 straight. So, yeah, look at John, the history book coming out tonight.
Yeah, I actually meant to ask you, has the Big Show ever tapped out to Chris Benoit?
Yes. Yes, he has.
We have our first fall, by the way. Del Rio just pulled out a chair and used it on Kalisto. So Kalisto does, in fact, win the first fall. But this is definitely going to set up Del Rio to get the second fall.
Definitely, because now, and I think that chair hit the arm too, so I would expect the second fall to be submission based. Man, Del Rio totally pulling a heel Lesnar, because like I've seen
You know
like
who else did this?
who?
Dean Ambrose in FCW.
Ah, that's right. So Del Rio pulling a heel Lesnar back, and I believe the year was '03 in his Iron Man match with Kurt Angle on SmackDown, and a Dean Ambrose in FCW, because now he's thinking, okay, I'll get DQ'd now, but I'll really soften up the other guy for these two next falls here. And now he's really up in the aggression now, taking him, well, I'd say from pillar to post, but from barricade to barricade, and now to table.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, and it never works out either, because you always get that first fall after the beatdown, but you never get the final one that you need.
Exactly. But you know what? This, I think, actually makes Kalisto really look even more legitimate than people may have originally perceived, because if Del Rio's going out of his way to get disqualified early just so he can reap a perceived advantage later on, what kind of threat is Kalisto to Del Rio?
Yeah, this is just another way of basically putting the babyface in a hole and making them fight back.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I think our way was a little bit more on the traditional side, where you just have the heel win the first fall and then the babyface wins the second and third. But this is a good way of doing that too. Heel cheats to give up the first fall, then immediately gets the second fall because of the cheating, and then the third fall is what it really comes down to. And obviously, we would prefer the babyface to win, but you never know. It is WWE.
Yeah, it is WWE. We could see Del Rio once again regain the U.S. Championship.
How bad would it be? Oh, no, you know what? Never mind. That's not possible. I was going to say how bad would it be if Del Rio won both of the first two falls, but they can't do that now because Kalisto won the first one by DQ.
Exactly.
Also, can I just point out, we have a pay-per-view match, 2 out of 3 falls for the United States Championship on a pre-show, and they're running ads mid-match.
Yeah, it irritates me. I mean, again, we seem to say it every time with the WWE-based commentary, or at least I know I certainly do. Take a note from Lucha Underground. They time their commercial breaks so perfectly. And, it's just really annoying to see, like, ads be in the middle of a matchup when you're just trying to get hyped, you're trying to get ready, and that just immediately takes you out of it. Because I was getting ready to sympathize with Kalisto and, take the fight with him, and then I'm getting advertised about Fastlane, which I know is tonight because I'm watching the freaking pre-show. Seems kind of redundant, WWE.
Yep.
Ugh. Well, hopefully we'll get back here soon, because I was really getting into that matchup. And we'll have to see how Del Rio, wins the second fall. I keep wanting to say wins the first fall, but he got himself DQ'd. So
here we go. I think we're about to come back. Hopefully, please, come on now, guys. Come on, seriously, WWE Network. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm ready. Come on, guys.
They're running this ad a third time. They've already run the same ad twice, and they're running it a third time now. What is going on?
Oh, thank God. I thought it was a glitch on my end, people. I'm glad to see that my cohort in commentary is suffering with me here. It's like WWE purgatory, for God's sakes. I personally counted 4 times, but maybe it's just the agony makes me believe I've seen this ad more than I actually have. Are we done?
Actually, dude, you know what? I'm seeing now. If you go on your YouTube video and you click on the live button, there is actually action going on now.
Okay, I just clicked live, and yes, we are seeing it. We're back in the matchup.
We just got a replay. We got a replay from what Del Rio did to Kalisto during the commercial break, and Del Rio just got a fall. So I guess he got the fall during the commercial break, which is even dumber. So now we're tied at 1-1.
Well, Ashton, I want to thank you, and I'm sure our audience thanks you. You are the reason we're out of purgatory now, and we can at least see the conclusion of this matchup. And now it's tied at 1 apiece, and we'll see now if Kalisto can get the win here in the third fall. I'm really hoping you guys don't go Del Rio. I will be so pissed.
Kalisto's going to dodge this super kick. Oh, it wasn't even a super kick. He went for a lariat. Never mind. Kalisto didn't dodge either. 1, 2, good. Okay, Kalisto's staying alive.
And
by the way, guys, Mauro Ranallo's on commentary, so that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just for kickoff or if that's going to be, for the whole show, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, he's trying to rip his mask off again.
Oh, man. And the referee has got to get in there and create distance, because I'm telling you, he's been doing that over and over now, multiple times in this match. And now it looks like he's biting Kalisto.
Biting him? Jesus, Del Rio.
Savage actions. Del Rio, though, I'm telling you, Kalisto's really gotten under his skin, and I think it really bothers him that he's not U.S. champion. And I think he is a desperate man. He's used a chair. He's used his teeth. What the hell else are you going to try and use? And now,
well,
he's
obviously he's
going to
go up to the big kick off the top.
I actually liked how he did the double stomp on the replay, if you noticed, because he kind of vaulted over. It was kind of like a, not springboard necessarily,
slingshot.
But slingshot, yes, that's the word. I like that better than all this like posturing and gesturing. I think Kalisto's going to shift his way. No, kick. Maybe he'll do that hurricane. Yes! I really like that spot, I will say. It's one of the better counters to this whole contrived kind of maneuver.
Yeah.
Come on, Kalisto!
All right, so now we get a little bit more interesting. Because now whoever wins the next fall wins the match.
Exactly.
Kalisto springboard.
And senton.
Seated senton of all things. He
Ducks
is literally
Mysterio. Saw what you did there. Nice corkscrew crossbody there. And now we're going to see if Kalisto can capitalize.
Yeah.
He's got that momentum now.
I don't know, dude. Del Rio's being really aggressive, but Kalisto seems to... Oh, I guess he didn't reverse that. I was getting ready to say it seems like he's reversing everything, but that tilt-the-world backbreaker he didn't reverse.
Oh, but he reversed that. Del Rio was charging for something in the corner. Maybe that Stefan Binzagiri he does. And now Kalisto, multiple
DDT.
revolution there, DDT. Hooks the leg. 2. And Del Rio kicks out. He stays in it.
Yeah, even if only barely. But you know what, though? I almost have to wonder... Now that we're at 1-1, if Kalisto's going to get like this big, I guess you could call it a second wind.
Yeah, I think he will.
Because he hasn't really been on top in this match for the entire match. Del Rio pretty much out the gate took the lead.
Yeah, well, Del Rio, just like every match he's had with Kalisto, thus far in this whole feud, very aggressive tactics, very aggressive mannerisms and everything, and being the aggressor. He's always tried to stay atop of Kalisto. And again there you see, Kalisto tries mounting an offense. Del Rio's right there to cut him off at the pass.
Dude, Del Rio's not even trying right now.
Yeah, he really isn't. And but look at Kalisto, though.
He whiffed a really ugly kick earlier, and now he just kind of randomly swiped his arm in the general direction of Kalisto's feet to try and make it look like he swept his leg out from under him, and it didn't even get close to connecting, and just... we should have expected this. We did expect this. Who am I kidding? We knew that this was going to happen. Inverted DDT. I mean,
inverted. Did he? At first I thought Kalisto countered into Salida del Sol, but he didn't.
No.
And but he does slide out of the ring there. He does create that distance.
Yeah, smart. Good instincts.
Yeah, so that's a veteran maneuver to me by Kalisto. He's already learning as a U.S. champion. See, again, this is why I thought he had the counter initially. It seemed like he got the arm behind the neck, but that was just Del Rio really carrying Kalisto over. That was my mistake. And Del Rio now looking at that chair. I gotta tell you, what surprises me, though, Del Rio does not have Barrett at ringside. I thought he would have a League of Nations cohort with him at ringside. And, what's Del Rio thinking here? Oh,
Double
God.
Stomp. He's thinking
God. Stomp. If Kalisto doesn't counter this is not going to be good. And, oh, God, he didn't. Oh, Jesus. Now,
you know what, though? Del Rio has to get him into the ring before he can actually do anything about this.
That is true.
Oh, can he win the title by countout?
Well, I guess because he'd win the fall, and this is a 2 out of 3 fall matchup.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, holy crap. Get in there, Kalisto. This is some bullshit.
He'll get in.
I think they're at 8 already.
We are at 8, yeah. They're up to 9.
Okay, yeah, he did that whole last thing.
The John Cena.
Yeah, we did. The John Cena thing. Well, he does reference him quite a bit with the U.S. Championship, so it seems appropriate. Imitation's the highest form of flattery, after all.
No Salisto.
You've got so many play on words tonight. Mysterio, and now no Salisto. You're on a roll, brother. You're on a roll.
I do what I can.
And now...
I am a mark for puns.
Del Rio is so reliant on this double stomp. You remember you have a cross arm, right?
Yeah, I know, right? And the super kick to the kneeled opponent.
Exactly. And
That's
now
the
this
super kick that he beat John Cena with. Oh, this is it. Kalisto's about to win.
This is going to be Salida del Sol right here.
Yeah.
If he could just get him over. No, not necessarily.
Wow. That was a great bump from Del Rio.
Nice. He got it.
There it is. Yep.
Kalisto retains. Thank
That
goodness.
that turnbuckle bump on Del Rio's part looked so good, though.
Yeah, I have to give him credit. That was nicely done.
All right. Well, that was our first match of the night, guys, and we got the result that we were hoping for, that we were slightly pessimistic about the possibility of actually getting. So we're off to a good start, right, John?
Absolutely. And hey, I mean, I would have to believe that this means now Kalisto will be going into WrestleMania as the United States champion.
Hopefully,
That's
which
that's
also might end up meaning that we will get that Kalisto Sin Cara match, unless they decide to do more of a one-on-one thing for the IC title, and we get like an 8-man match for the US title.
regardless. I mean, I would personally prefer the Sin Cara Kalisto option because I really liked how you presented that in preview predictions. I'm just elated for Kalisto that I believe at what is this, his first or his second WrestleMania, he'll be going in it as the United States champion. So
Yeah. All
it's
right, guys. Well, this was a lot of fun. Decent first match, despite the slight hiccup where we got the same ad playing over and over again and then had to fix that. But that being said, we are going to close off our recording. I'm going to try and get this thing up as soon as possible, and we will be back for either the Cutting Edge Peep Show, if that is also happening on the pre show, or for the first match on the main card.